why did you determine that drawing in this size was good? Because obviously when you have it published, it's going to be
Well, from the time I
reduced.
started, the tradition has always been for cartoonists to draw larger than publication because if you try to draw the same size as publication, you know, a slight slip of the hand, it just sits there being awful. Whereas if you draw large, then a slight slip of the hand becomes a smaller slip of the hand by the time it's reduced. It allows you to put in more detail. I would not in any way be able to do that kind of cross-hatching if I were working the same size. There have been a few cartoonists who work the same size with, I think Drew Friedman did his amazing stippling technique, same size. I could never understand how he could do that.
But there is also a world of difference between the size that you're working, which is really almost the Karl Barks, you know, way back when, twice up. Did you ever at any point say, I could have worked this a little smaller and maybe...
Well, I really like having the big size. Now this is exaggerated. I don't know if anyone who sees the book, there's quite a big difference between the size of the book as published. And the reason for that was originally this was envisioned as a book that was going to be 8.5 by 11 size pages. And then after I'd drawn several chapters, there were discussions about some practical issues, and we decided to publish it at a smaller size. So this is actually 2.5 times up, which is really, even I would not do that normally. But a lot of cartoonists work 1.5 size up. What do you work, Dave?
About, well, I'm working 10 by 15, going down to 6 by 9.
So that's sort of around 1.5 times.
1.5.
That's really much more common. When I was in high school and took the Famous Artists Cartooning course, which was a branch of the Famous Artists Illustration course, which Norman Rockwell was one of the founders of, at that time the norm was to do twice up. I learned later when I came to New York and was around the comics industry that pretty much most people feel like 1.5 times is adequate. But I still like the big canvas.